Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another Voyager's Guide to Ravean God Profile. This time, we're actually going to skip over the next one in our list, which is the Creeping Killer. We already covered him for the Halloween episode before, so go watch the video if you would like. He's a lot. Uh, this time, though, we're going to cover the Light Enforcer, which is a little bit more interesting. The Light Enforcer is a chaotic evil deity of light and madness. His personal mandate has been to preserve light and the sanctity of pure light. However, his drive to preserve light in the world with so many moving parts has driven the god mad. Now he seeks to create a world void of obstacles to that light, uninhibited light shining across the face of the earth. The Light Enforcer therefore sees the mortals of the inner planes as a series of obstacles to said light, his most sacred charge. The Light Enforcer is said to live in a clear void within which there is no shadow and nothing to obscure it. The Light Enforcer is locked to the outer planes and is limited in ability to enact his will of the world without shadow. And because of this, the Enforcer relies on his followers to break him free from his prison that he feels he's been relegated to, which just is the outer planes. The followers of the Light Enforcer are bent on the return of their god to the material plane by any means necessary. They are willing, therefore, to wage any war, lie any lie, die any death, and kill any person, should they find it necessary to do so. The Light Enforcer's methods are brutal, but effective, and so too are the methods of his followers. His followers act as an organized cult of warriors that span the globe. The people of this cult are most commonly known as the Bright Hands, and they are highly organized and capable of mobilizing quickly once a prospective solution has been found to further the aim of their god. As such, they follow the tenets of the Light Enforcer with an almost frightening zealotry. The darkness is evil, destroy it at all costs. Bring light to the shadow. All that harbor the shadow are themselves evil too. So, the question that I tend to get is, how could a god of light be evil? Part of the interesting aspect for this is the shining of one pure, unadulterated light in kind of the white void room from the Matrix for Morpheus and Neo, where it's just an unending light, is what this god wants. He likes that void. You know, if he were to sit down and watch the Matrix, he would sit down and go, that is what I want. But those two guys in there, we need to get them out. We need to kill them because he can't block the light, which is the trouble with existence, right? There is no way that mortals on the inner planes could ever fully be like, they couldn't necessarily be fully transparent unless they were invisible, right? And so the majority of people are not capable of that, and not capable of that for an indefinite period of time. Therefore, he has a problem with them. And the general trend is, if you harbor the shadow, then you are evil, just as the shadow was evil. So if you cast a shadow or inhibit the light in any way, you're evil and deserve to be destroyed. That does not really fit with the way that most people work, because most people cast a shadow or in some way block the light even without intending it. That tends to be the biggest problem with this god, which is why he is an evil god rather than a neutral god or a good god, is he doesn't care for human life or mortal life in general. He only cares about the light. And that is a misguided focus. He's like, the light is good, therefore I must spread the light. And anyone that's going to cause that problem or stand in my way, I should just take them out. I need to kill them. That short-sighted viewpoint leads him at odds with much of the mortal world. Only now, seeing himself locked to the outer planes, does he recognize that he does need people within the inner planes to enact his will. And the people in these inner planes are trying to figure out exactly how they would need to, like, get him from the outer planes back to the inner planes so that he can make this world of uninhibited light. Whether or not they understand that that means that they will be in and of themselves sacrificing their lives, this is kind of our issue now, is we don't know what they think. Do they think that since he's a god, everything will change and the rules of the world will no longer apply? Do they think that they will be spared and given immense power as holders of the light it's themselves? Or do they think that it doesn't matter if they're not around because the light is the thing that's the most important, following the ideals of their god here? That tends to be kind of the difference that these kind of followers have, and once again makes him an evil god. They're highly organized people that want to get their god back onto the inner planes so that he can do this. And so they have this almost zealotous atmosphere that allows them to sit in plain sight worshiping a god of light. As far as anyone is concerned, is actually probably just the Dawn Father. But then oops, he's not, and actually it's been this secret cult that wants to kill everybody, basically. is tends to be the, oh, oops, all cultists kind of a issue. So that tends to be the biggest challenge that people have when dealing within the world of Ravean with the Light Enforcer himself. So that'll be it for the Light Enforcer. Keep in mind, it doesn't take much to make a difference out there, so be the difference that you want to see. If you like this video or can think of a few different reasons why someone might choose to willingly follow the Light Enforcer, leave me a comment, leave me a like, whatever it is. Let me know what you think. I'm very curious to hear what you guys have to say about the various homebrew gods and goddesses and how they operate. Otherwise, thank you all for watching, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye.